A little 40 roll never hurt somebody. Oh, it's been a little while since I did that. That never gets old. What's going on, guys? Riley here from RP Productions, and today is Thursday, September 22nd, 2016, and I figured today would be a good day to talk to you guys about the possibility of adding another car here to the RP Productions YouTube channel. So I've been kicking the idea around for a couple weeks now of adding a second car to the YouTube channel. Notice I said second car, so that means yes, the Scat Pack will still be staying. I'm not getting rid of the Scat Pack, but I'll be adding something else on top of that. Now, if you follow me on my Snapchat, you'll know I've mentioned this a couple times, and I've had some pretty good feedback so far from all my loyal Snapchat followers, so thank you guys. They seem to think it was a good idea, so now I figured I'd branch out and let's talk to the YouTube audience about this plan. So before I share with you guys my leading candidate for a project car, I want to go ahead and go over some things I'm looking for in this so-called project car. So the first thing that should be known, this is probably the most important, I'm wanting a car that drives perfectly fine right off, the day I buy it. I don't want something that is just like a shell that I have to just like throw my own engine into and do modifications that way. So I'm wanting something that's in relatively good condition, something that was kind of well taken care of. If it has some, flaws in the body panels, then so be it. But, I'm wanting something that is a decently nice car. I'm not wanting, a hunk of junk. I want something that, I will fix it up, make it look nice, something I could bring to car shows, and that would be like, oh, that's a nice car. He did good with that. So, I'm wanting a decently nice car. Which brings me to my next point. I don't want it too nice, okay? I want this car to be something I can have fun with. I want it to be just something I don't need to care about as much as my Scat Pack. And I'm wanting it to be probably under $6,000. So my requirements are, must be a manual, must be rear-wheel drive, and must be kind of like a smallish car. So you're probably thinking to yourself, what can you get for under $6,000 with those little classifications? Well, two of them stand out to me, and the first choice I had was going to be like a first gen, possibly second gen Miata. Now, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, RP is gonna buy a Miata, what? No, I think I decided against buying a Miata, mainly because it's kind of like a go-kart, it would be a ton of fun having a Miata. I think it would just be a great driver's car. They're easy to work on, they're reliable. You can just screw around with those things all day and they'll just, continue to take a beating. But what I realized is that if I get in a wreck in one of those, there's a good chance I'm not coming out of that in decent shape. They are just like little small go-karts, and if I get in a wreck with like, I don't know, a Tonka truck, I would probably die. So I thought about that one some more and I was like, okay, no Miata. Which brings me to my next point, which is a little bit more expensive, also more modern, more powerful, and to me, this seems like the leading candidate, and I'm pretty much, I don't know what would beat this. And that leads me to like a 2004 Nissan 350Z. So I've been doing a bunch of research on them. They seem like they're pretty well-built cars. They seem pretty reliable. They seem pretty easy to work on. They seem like there's parts and stuff pretty much everywhere for them. So I don't think I'll run into too many issues with owning one of those. Man, this car is so composed at high speeds. It's just like, okay, we'll just keep going. Well done, Dodge. Now the car itself falls into all those categories I was talking about earlier. 5-speed manual, small, lightweight, pretty quick for what it is. Honestly, the 0 to 60 times are like under 6 seconds, so I'm not really going for like a fast car. I'm not trying to build something that is stupid high horsepower. What I'm going for out of this car is I want something just fun to drive, fun to like play with. It's just like a big toy for the road. That's what I'm looking for. This car is a ton of fun, don't get me wrong, but I have to, kind of baby it. It's, an expensive car, it's nice and blah, 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 and I want to keep it that way. If I bought this 350Z, I would get something where it's like, oh, I'm gonna go drift it around this corner, and so be it. But the car is definitely quick enough to go have fun with. I can, perfect my manual driving skills and have fun doing that. Just something that I can, keep the miles off the Scat Pack and also have, a second car as backup. I can modify that car a little bit more, so if I, let's say, blew something up on it, it's not blowing something up on my only, car, my Scat Pack, which would cost thousands of dollars in repairs. So it's just kind of the best of both worlds. I get to modify a car, I get to have more YouTube videos, I get to have fun just driving this car around. I can worry less about it, like in parking lots or when I go out places and stuff. If I'm, let's say, going to a place that I don't want to bring the scat pack to, I'll just bring the 350. And I think it'd be a lot of fun. So many of you guys probably watched TJ Hunt, and he bought a 350Z as his kind of project car, and he's been calling it like his drift car and stuff like that, and he hasn't drifted it yet. People are giving him a lot of shit for it, which I don't want happening to me. I'm not buying this car with the intention of going out and drifting this car. I mean, if I'm gonna drift it, I may, but I'm not buying it like, this is my drift car, bro, drift car, bro, drift car, bro. I'm buying it to be something just small, lightweight, fun, and just have a good time. So now my question to you guys is, A, what do you think of this idea? And B, if you don't like the 350 idea, what car under, let's say, $6,000 would you recommend I buy? Something, you know, with those categories that I mentioned earlier. Also, if I do buy this car, you guys are going to be a huge part of the build on this car. I'm going to basically, YouTube has a thing where you can go and create polls now on YouTube videos where basically your viewers can vote on stuff for you. So if I'm like, hey guys, I'm about to go wrap the 350, what color should I do? I'll have like a list of options, or like list of wheel options, or like mod options, or what order should, what should happen first, or, you know, stuff like that. But you guys will be a huge part of that build, and I think it'd be really cool. You guys can help me out by, you know, helping me modify my car, and also I'll get to learn a lot about cars in the whole process, since I'll have, you know, my own little car I can work on. Now there's also going to be that other set of people out there that are like, Riley, why don't you just take that money and dump it into your scat pack, supercharge this bad boy, and call it a day? Well, I could do that, but then it would be my only vehicle. It'd be something supercharged with a pretty crazy horsepower number. If I want to make it reliable and really trust the car and trust the engine and everything, I'd have to forge the internals. Long story short, if I wanted to go that route, I'd be spending well over $10,000 on this car to get it like I would want it to be. And even then, I'd run the risk of blowing something up or running into really big, major issues with this car. And I don't want to be running into those problems with my only vehicle and then be facing, you know, countless weeks upon weeks of my car sitting in a shop somewhere and me, you know, basically trying to hitch rides somehow. So to me, I just don't see a point in modifying the crap out of your one and only car, something that you run, like the risk outweigh the reward on that. Sure, I'd have a badass scat pack, but damn, I would be scared as hell driving that thing every day, just waiting for that thing to blow up. There's a guy I follow on Instagram. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but I remember I followed his build, and he's like, guys, I'm gonna supercharge my scat pack. It's gonna be great. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. Literally 40 minutes after he drove out of the shop, boom, piston right through the side of his engine block. I was like, well, that didn't take long. So that is something I would not want happening to me. So as I stated before, let me know what you guys think about this idea. Leave in the comments if you think that there's another vehicle I should look into, or if you happen to be a viewer and you have a 350Z that you're willing to let go for a relatively cheap price, then hit me up. I would love to check out your 350Z if you have one, and maybe we can make a deal. And before you guys Mopar or no car my ass, I want it to be known that I bought this car because it does everything really well. But there's other cars out there that do certain things better than this one. For example, 350Z will go around a track a lot easier than this car will. This is a big ass tank. There's some autocrossing events that are coming up in the near future, and I was like, should I do an autocross event in the scat pack? And then I started thinking, I was like, you know, I don't want to put my car through that stress trying to bring this big old boat around an autocross. Like, it's good for straight line stuff, but damn, that's just putting the car through a lot of hell going to do an autocross. But if I had a 350 or even a like Miata or whatever, I don't care. I'll autocross the hell out of it. It's going to be a great time. So thank you guys for watching this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully this goes over well with the YouTube community. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, I guess I'll have to wait and see. You guys probably already know by reading the comments right now, but I'll have to wait and see how you guys respond to it. And hopefully there will be, you know, more updated. Ooh, a CTSV. Sick. But hopefully there will be more updates to this whole process. I'm probably wanting to buy it sometime around Christmas time, give or take, where I have like a month off from school and I can go really do my searching. But until then, I will keep my eyes peeled to see if I find any good deals or any good cars. We'll just have to wait and see. But thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.